Seen Diddy Combs, a rapper and music mogul, credited with helping launch the careers of some of the biggest stars in recent years, could be facing more than 100 new lawsuits just 2 weeks after he was arrested by federal agents in New York. It comes just weeks after Combs was arrested in September on sex trafficking and racketeering charges, with federal prosecutors alleging that Combs and his associates threatened, abused, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, which allegedly includes forcing victims into engaging in recorded sexual activity, which he referred to as freak-offs. In this video, we are going to talk about allegations leading up to the scandal. Before we start the video, please like and subscribe to our channel for future updates. Let's get started.
Whenever everybody just looks great, I think it's a collection.
On May 17, surveillance footage captured at a hotel in Los Angeles in March 2016 showed Diddy chasing his then-girlfriend Cassie Ventura down the hallway before attacking her by the elevators. He then attempts to drag her back to his hotel room. The following day, he shared an apology video to Instagram saying his behavior was inexcusable and that he took full responsibility for his actions in the video. The slew of allegations and lawsuits against Combs date as far back as the 1990s, when he founded his own record label, Bad Boy Records. Seen Diddy Combs arrest. Seen Diddy Combs was arrested Monday, September 16, and charged with what the Justice Department called a years-long scheme to sexually abuse and exploit women, allegedly using his business empire to commit the crimes. Combs, 54, was arrested by federal agents at a New York City hotel on an indictment charging him with a racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking and transportation for purposes of prostitution, the U.S. Attorney's Office in Manhattan said. Combs, famous for his music career, Bad Boy Records label, and the MTV reality television program Making the Band, could face life in prison if convicted.
I just wanted to just keep it, simple and plain, angelic.
Combs pleaded not guilty to the criminal charges on Tuesday, September 17, in federal court in Manhattan. The indictment comes months after several civil lawsuits that began in November 2023 when Combs' one-time girlfriend, the singer Cassie, accused him of sexually and physically assaulting her during their relationship. The charges against Seen Diddy Combs. In a case filed in New York, the star has been accused of kidnapping, drugging, and coercing women into sexual activities, sometimes through the use of firearms and threats of violence. The same Los Angeles mansion that hosted his birthday party was raided by police in March. Their officers seized supplies that they say were intended for use in orgies known as freak-offs, including drugs and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Mr. Combs has denied all the charges, entering a not guilty plea on Tuesday, 17 September. The court case comes after a year in which the musician has faced lawsuits from a number of women. Cassie's lawsuit. Cassandra Ventura, a singer and model known as Cassie, was signed to Mr. Combs' record label and dated him for more than a decade. But in a civil lawsuit, she said the mogul had used his position of power to set the groundwork for a manipulative and coercive romantic and sexual relationship. Her lawsuit included graphic descriptions of violent abuse, alleging that Mr. Combs regularly beat and kicked Ms. Ventura, leaving black eyes, bruises, and blood. She described parties known as freak-offs, drug-fueled, days-long sexual performances, which Mr. Combs allegedly coerced women into and filmed for his own pleasure. Ms. Ventura also accused the musician of sexual abuse and rape, and claimed that many of these incidents were witnessed by his tremendously loyal network, who were not willing to do anything meaningful to stop the violence. The lawsuit also alleged that Mr. Combs destroyed a car belonging to U.S. rapper Kid Cudi to dissuade him from dating her. Mr. Combs strenuously denied the allegations and accused Ms. Ventura of extortion. They settled the case for an undisclosed amount a day after it was filed in New York, with Mr. Combs maintaining his innocence. Usher and Seen Diddy Combs. Gene revealed the alleged abuse Usher suffered at the hands of Diddy. When asked, "What happened to Usher?" he replied, "I heard from some music executive from the industry, and I'm not going to speak the name. They're doing programs and everything." and then some may want to speak themselves, but I heard it from some music executives. The host urged, "What did you hear?" Diddy's former bodyguard then revealed, "You know, how people be talking." At the time, I didn't know who the abuse Usher was. It was that type of situation. But people were saying, Puff sent this kid to the hospital, and he was bleeding from the butt. He continued, "I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time." And then you heard, that's what happened. Gene added, "Then you have these kids coming forward to say that he did. I don't know, man." Earlier, Usher was blamed for the injustice that happened to Justin Bieber, as the former took over the child's custody from the management. Later, he handed over Bieber to Diddy for 48 hours when the mogul was denied the custody by baby singer's management. Justin Bieber and Sean Combs. "As soon as you turn 16, I'ma let you rock this every time you want," he says, presenting Bieber with the extravagant gift. "When you're 16, you're good to go," he tells the young singer, licking his lips. "When you're 18, you get the house. You get the mansion." The rapper then addresses the camera, telling viewers Bieber is about to embark on 48 hours with Diddy. "Where we're hanging out and what we're doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him," Diddy claims. He's signed to Usher. "I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I don't really have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. And we're gonna go buckful crazy," he continues. Diddy then asks Bieber what he wanted to do over the next 48 hours, to which the teen responds, "Let's just get some girls. Let's go hang out with some girls. A man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about," says Diddy, as the pair shake hands and walk off camera. Combs' home searched by federal agents. On March 25, agents with Homeland Security investigations raided Combs' properties in Los Angeles and Miami. 3 sources familiar with the matter told NBC News that firearms were found at his residences, but no additional details were provided. At the time of the raids, Combs was on his way to a scheduled trip to the Bahamas and was stopped at a Miami airport prior to departure. Officials seized his cell phones, sources said. Dyer, one of Combs' attorneys, issued a statement following the raids and said that Combs was never detained but spoke to and cooperated with authorities. He described the raid as an ambush, saying there's been a rush to judgment based on meritless accusations made in civil lawsuits. There has been no finding of criminal or civil liability with any of these allegations, Dyer said. Mr. Combs is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name. Brendan Paul, 25, was arrested at the Miami Opa-locka Executive Airport at the same time Combs was stopped at the airport. A law enforcement source familiar with the matter confirmed that Paul is a Combs associate. It is currently unclear whether the arrest was related to the raids. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for future updates. See you in the next video.